welcome back. We're back on Arsenal Present. If you're joining me for the first time, do not forget to subscribe and like the video. Very, very important for the growth of the channel and the algorithm. Make sure notification bells are turned on and make sure the audios are working well. It looks like it's working well, so we're good. I'm not here by myself. I'm here with my latest resident analyst, my Ghanaian brother, joining me. How you doing?
Thanks, my brother. I'm doing
Uh,
great. I'm doing very well. You can
thank God
see.
it's thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, always.
No, yesterday was actually a very enjoyable stream.
Mhm.
Something kind of impromptu, but the quality was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too, and I have to say I'm actually grateful for being part. Actually, for allowing me to join you yesterday, it was a pleasure. I have to say thank you, and I hope this journey continues.
And
Yeah,
thank you
for
for
the love
coming
of
on
us.
too and adding quality. It's not easy for me to just come here and and just run through a monologue. But when people like you come in and add your quality, your diversity to conversation, I think I would say thank you for coming through too. It takes two to tango, iron sharpen iron, like the old saying would be.
Yeah.
So it was a good conversation yesterday, and I hope we can continue on this journey, continue to educate people and entertain at the same time. I'm loving it.
It's gonna be nice.
Sure,
Let's fire up. Me, I'm ready. I'm ready with my. You see my Arsenal shirt here.
I see you.
Yeah, man,
I
and
see you.
it's for life. So
Sure. So,
yeah.
what are the latest on Arsenal first, bro? So, guys, make sure you like the video on your way in. Very, very important for the growth of the channel and the algorithm. If you're not yet subscribed, help us by subscribing and make sure your notification bells are turned on. So, we are hearing some news about the deal regarding Declan Rice. It has been finalized, but negotiations about the payment terms are still going on. I'm like, what is going on about that? Why are they wasting time?
It's typical Arsenal. Arsenal is like that is the truth. Like our information or our news get leaked all the time before the official website announces it. Even the Kai deal,
Yeah,
the video, his interview came out way before the official announcement from the club. I don't know why.
someone should be
we have
sacked
to-
for that. Someone should be getting sacked.
Yeah,
the official video came out.
Arsenal is, when it comes to information, we are just too slow, extremely slow. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I can take banter from it, but it's not fun.
Wait,
Because
are we too
all
slow,
over.
or we try to just do things the proper way, so it might take a bit of time?
Both. It goes hand in hand, because for me, we are living in a social media world where
Okay.
news get out like that, and we all know it's official. Like, you're just doing a short video, just intro. Oh, thanks, I've been signed to Arsenal. I'm proud. I'm a Ghana, and that is all we want to see, because the agreement and the signatures have been put on the papers already. So
And
he's
the ink has dried.
yes already. So it is just a video that we all know. Okay, now you understand. Now we know we don't, because deals can be cancelled anyways. Mine can be changed.
Exactly.
But the video confirms everything. But the key thing is the guy has signed the contract.
Sure.
You understand? Just come and show the video, or just get a picture and just post it there, so that anyone who wants to do the video, or when the video can come out later, we are okay with it. You understand? But other news outlets would tell our stories for us, and we keep fighting each other. Are you sure it's true? It is. Why are you lying? Why? Causing unnecessary confusion.
So, but if you read this story, right, it says
Yeah.
talk between West Ham and Arsenal over payment structure for the
Yeah.
a 105 million pound almost finalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know they've agreed a fee. How long will it take this structure to be discussed and done with? I understand it's huge. It's 105 million pounds. That's large. But come on, man.
Okay.
They have the best financial advisors and lawyers. Why is it taking so long?
Wait, it's like $1 million question. Why are they taking so long? I just want to have a better context on it. For my opinion,
Okay.
I think that yes, West Ham have accepted the deal. Actually, the money involved,
Yeah.
right? But they are little what we call, and sometimes in businesses and stuff, those little
Details.
details, it's hard to agree on. So let's say for the 5 million on top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we will give you 80 and then pay the 20 in the next, let's say, 2 seasons or one season, yeah?
Yeah.
Or we give you 70 and then pay the 30 in 2 different seasons. And then the 5 will come in the 3rd season when maybe he has won this and that and that and that. And then this other club will go like, oh, no, we want both. But we also want, we want both, or you pay the 100 million. And although they've accepted it, so they need to trash out those small details. Because I listened to an agent, yeah, and he said something. He said sometimes, yes, deals might get agreed, and then the small details holds up the deal. You understand? For just yes, this is what we've agreed on, let's move forward. But when it comes to announcing players, yeah, after deals have been agreed, Arsenal is the worst.
It's what it is. I've come to just understand. I remember when Jesus was signed last season, most of us knew like 4 or 5 days before, and it took them forever to announce it. Like, why are you keeping it?
every news outlet, even opposition fans,
yeah,
announce it for us, telling us, hey, you guys have signed this player. We've seen this video. Go and watch. Your club have signed him. But it's typical Arsenal. Like, we'd like to do things proper, proper.
So is that not a better way of doing things? Let's do it the proper way and make sure everybody is tight on their end. Is that not the proper way of doing that?
Omo, easy. If you ask now.
So let's go to the next piece of news. After the verbal agreement between Arsenal and Ajax on transfer fee of 42 million plus 5 million in bonuses for Jurriën Timber, both clubs have decided to wait till the new financial year, July 1st, to complete the transfer. Okay. What do you think about that?
You see, when it comes to, especially with that is when officially, when you're on contract and your contract will finally end after July 1st. There's a lot of players like that. And then there are certain clauses in certain players' contracts where they can say, okay, from the 1st of this, like July,
yeah,
you will get this, or we will change your contract to this, right? Forget about the gentleman's agreement. Sometimes it is, for example, Liverpool want to sign this Szoboszlai or whatever.
Yeah.
Yesterday, as in your time, yesterday was the deadline.
Or to trigger the release clause.
To trigger, good. You understand? So maybe with him, what I read was he had an agreement with Ajax that this year he will leave. Yeah. So definitely, or me thinking, I just feel they have some clauses and some agreements they need to meet. That is my.
I hear that, but the way I say that's the way I say is like, because of the financial or the fair play involved. So if you wait to the next financial fiscal year, which starts July 1st.
Good. So it
Now, you
starts a
can
new
spend
season,
certain money. It's a new
new
financial
year. Yeah, yeah,
year, so
yeah,
you can spend certain monies then, which
yeah.
kind of makes sense. As someone say, I'm not sure. Some people are saying that the declarized deal is almost like that too, because we can actually extend our financial spending.
Exactly,
It's a new
exactly.
financial year.
That's another because I was coming about like then it means that when they start to the year review, then this year when we sign what do you call him? Rice and
Yeah.
Timber, then it will be
On
rice
this,
and rice and Timber, then it will be like let's say Timber is 45
exactly,
and this one, so
approximately.
let's say 150.
Yeah.
And that is good. So if we start to sell too, it means that any money we make and you do your balancing, so
Yeah.
good, then you know, okay, this year we were able to spend this and that and that. That's a good idea. And that's the reason why.
Even though I care about Arsenal finances of how it affects us on the pitch, the fact that Rice and Timber are coming, I love that.
Listen, I like signings that actually goes under the radar. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't really talked about much. It was just out of the blue. We want to sign him. We are moving like a proper club now. You know, a club that knows what you're doing
And what they want.
and what they want. They are going for it. And players like this, it's similar to Kai. Yeah, I was telling you yesterday. The expectation of Kai is a bit higher than him.
Sure.
But the difference is that we all didn't expect, or they weren't part of our wish list, if I have to put it that way.
Most people didn't see us sign those two players.
Nobody saw us signing. Timber maybe, but somebody might have wished we signed Timber. But Kai, no.
Nobody.
And sometimes players like this, where expectation of them are kind of high or low, they really come out good.
Sure. I've seen him play. I like it. I like the player.
We've signed. This is what I call an Arteta signing. You remember when we signed Ramsdale and Rice? Ramsdale, White.
Yeah.
Why 50 million? That's like, yes, I understand. It is not our money. Yeah. Secondly, we claim we want to win, or we
compete at a different echelon.
And we want the club to react in a certain way.
Yeah.
You are not the coach. You
Exactly.
are not the one managing. And
but I can counter that by saying, but we are fans, we have opinions.
Oh no. I'm not saying you can have an opinion.
Okay.
But don't let your opinion turn you into something that shouldn't be. Because at the end of the day, my point is having an opinion would not necessarily change what the club really want to do.
Sometimes it does.
Not necessarily.
You're right on that. You say not necessarily. Yeah.
Not necessarily, because there's a plan. Yeah, I know some of the signings have not worked out. I know all that. But I always say, when you tell me you need a black pen and everybody is using a red pen, there's a reason behind why you need that black pen. You understand? So as much as I might disagree, you are in the boat, or you are in the exam hall, and you know that your black pen will be ideal for what
you want to do.
Right? Yes. So it's the same with every coach. That is my thinking. Every coach has visions, how they vision their team playing, and how they want to model certain players.
Sure.
And this is what, as fans, sometimes with opinions, we should also accept, and then let's wait and see. If it goes wrong, then you understand. You can actually voice out and say, I saw it coming. I didn't like it. Maybe you can raise the alert And then when it happens, you can tell, I saw it coming. But players change.
So why do you think fans sometimes don't trust the decisions or opinions of their manager?
Everybody wants to be heard. And we are living in a social media world. So, and then you see, like I said, everybody has a vision how they would like their team to play.
Okay.
If they were the managers, yeah. Sitting here, somebody might have let Saliba go long time ago because they think he might not fit their profile.
Sure.
Yeah. So the way you want your team to play, that is what you wish on someone. Like at the coaches. Oh, why don't you play this style? But everybody has a formation they believe if the players stick to it perfectly, they'll get the results that. But at the end of the day, one thing I always say when it comes to football is it's the players on the pitch.
Sure.
The commitment behind what you were told or you were teach or you've been trained to do.
The execution on the pitch.
Good. And it's a challenge how you want to face your challenges on the pitch. That is when you win. So I saw yesterday Fabregas, yeah, and he was talking about the systems that he played in Arsenal formation, and it was an amazing piece. Most of us did not look at it that way. Most of us did not look at it that way, but he kept changing positions. Arsene Wenger was changing. Actually, in Arsene Wenger's time, a lot of people were bashing him. Oh, he's old school, old model. He just played 4-4-2. But actually, with what Fabregas was talking about, they were playing 3 at the back sometimes, like 4-3-3 and all that. So sometimes, as fans, it is just our vision, the way we want to see, the way we would like.
But at the same time, right, I think if somebody has proven me wrong 2 or 3 times, I'll sit back and trust their decision. They say a lot of us, they don't like him signing Ramsdale. We found out Ramsdale was an amazing signing. We didn't like Ben White. We found out it was an amazing signing. Some people wanted Maddison over Odegaard. He has proven that Odegaard was a better choice. Why don't you trust him then? He has proven you wrong 3 times, but yet.
The negative one, as in the ones that they know, like the Williams and what do you call it, Renison and you know,
Pablo Mari.
Yesterday we talked about how negativity sells.
Yeah.
So people are more interested in looking at the flaws. So you went and make this decision, and that actually cost us. But that is not the case.
But there's no manager on earth that has 100% signing rate. That all their signings are perfect. There's no manager on earth.
I don't know, but I always say this: it's either Arsenal fans are because we are a lot and we like using the phone more. I don't know, but other clubs go through. Listen, last season Liverpool, they signed a player, Atamelo. He did not. He played 2 seconds. I could even play.
He was injured throughout.
Yes. You understand? So, and he wasn't the only player. Liverpool signed this boy, Carvalho or Carvalho.
Yeah, they sent him on loan. They sent him on loan.
They are sending him on loan. Last season he was entirely on the bench. He played a little bit after the game. I remember he played in the Newcastle game. He scored the winning goal. After that game, I never saw him play, but they are still trusting their coach to still sign players.
Sure,
but sometimes it feels like Arsenal supporters are very rash.
There's an aggressive minority on the line.
Who
actually pioneered this negativity, and because they are very aggressive. and loud.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are tricked to believe they're the majority. I don't think they're the majority.
Yeah. And negative self. So
Yeah.
that's the case.
Well, I think it's time for us to trust Mikel. Like for me, like I said the other time, I look at Jorginho, I'm like, is this going to work? But guess what? I'm trusting Mikel. He must have a system for it.
I think it's just social media. That for me, that is how I think. I think it's social media, and
We too, we are using social media. We can use it with our senses.
no, I agree with you, but I keep repeating myself. The negativity sells. Negativity sells. So, like the entitlement that a team should not lose a match, or a player cannot go out of form, and it's for me, my world, it doesn't exist. So yes, I feel extremely disappointed, let down by the team if they lose a game, but because I have that mindset that it is a game, and sometimes
it's part of it. You win,
it's part of the game.
you lose,
cannot
you draw.
It is only Arsenal that have gone unbeaten. So
Yeah,
we needed Mike Riley to punish at Old Trafford.
exactly.
To lose
At
game.
49, yeah, exactly.
49 games. You understand? So yes, I know the Arsenal can do it because we are the only ones that have actually done it. Yeah,
I don't know. I smell
Nottingham
that.
Forest.
I am smelling that this season. Maybe I'm overly ambitious.
No. It would take. Listen, the reason why I'm saying no is that the standard of the Premiership,
It's high.
yeah, it's extremely high now.
Yeah, very very high.
Extremely high, because we were second, yeah, this season. But if you look at the other teams, the so big six, yeah, you know they'll be strengthening.
Yeah,
they'll be buying the players.
Just saw Liverpool buy
Liverpool. Newcastle is part of the game, so it's 7 now. Aston Villa, people are sleeping on them.
They just acquired Paul Torres.
Yes.
And last season they bought Diego Dalot, or that defender. Una Emery is a sneaky manager.
What do you call Brighton? They still have their coach.
Yeah.
And they play good football. So the standards are so high that, and then the pressure to actually win games every year goes up.
Exactly.
Because the fans demand
you win all the time.
Good. So it is going to be hard for a team to lose, to go unbeaten, especially with this number of talented coaches in one league.
Yeah, I agree with you. If Newcastle can buy a player from AC Milan, what does that tell you?
And even with it is because there are restrictions on them.
If there were restrictions, they would have attacked the
They would have beat. I think they would have gone for Rice too.
Yeah,
because they have the money.
Yeah, they do. So there was a rumor that actually they spoke to Rice. Rice told them, no, Emirates will go. So
we are the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's go to our next topic.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you like the video. If you are watching the playback, it's very, very important. Subscribe when you subscribe, and make sure notification bells are turned on. Partey and Xhaka are moving on. Now, let me give you a loaded question. Do you think it's ideal, sensible, or the right thing to move 2 out of your 3 key midfielders in a transfer window on and replace them?
Nope, it is not. It is not ideal. It is not sensible, from my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
But I always say this: we are just behind the fence or behind the wall. Let me use that, because in Ghana, when you say fence, you sometimes you can see holes, so you can put your eyes there and see. When we say a wall in Africa or in Ghana, then you know it's a wall. It's a brick wall.
Yeah. It's
You
impregnable.
cannot see. Yes. And the reason why I think it is not ideal is I see leadership qualities in especially Xhaka, even Partey, because sometimes we get leadership wrong. Somebody can be a leader, but the most quiet one.
A silent leader.
Yes. And somebody can be a leader by just uplifting people, but not talking on the pitch and fight or trying to front up or go face people up. There are people like that. So in everything, there are types of leadership. My daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
So-
seems like a lot of us have been programmed that if you don't see someone remonstrating, being aggressive on the pitch, he's not a leader. All people don't. Not everybody leads like that.
So yeah. So with that qualities,
Yeah.
I think we will need at least one of them.
Okay.
And with Partey, let me start with Partey first. With Partey, is the injury for me. Yeah.
Exactly. At the Nations
And
Cup
then-
next year.
Yes. And then there's the Nation Cup in January. Yeah.
Yeah.
And history tells us that anytime he goes to play for Ghana and he comes back, he
You have,
gets-
you have to send a physio to follow him.
and even this time we did, and it didn't
Yeah.
work out because it happened again. You understand? So it is the injuries for me, but at the same time, I think since we know that he breaks down at a particular time, having Rice there with him and Jorginho, yeah, would help.
Sure.
We can choose which games he can
Play.
You understand?
So
So
we're going to manage him
we
efficiently.
manage him. Yes, we manage him. If we are able to do that, him, Rice, Jorginho, I'm cool.
Yeah.
With Xhaka, I think you we talked about Arsene Wenger yesterday.
Yeah.
I think he feels this is the right time to leave the club.
As in, leave when your ovation is still loud before it turns into disgrace.
Good, because he knows how quickly we can turn as a family.
Fans. Very fickle.
So
Very fickle.
yes, I love his leadership qualities. I know anytime I see him, yeah, we are going to play any team and it's in. I know we are not getting bullied or nobody is going to bully him.
Yeah. There's one thing I love about Xhaka that is not actually talked about or heralded most of the time. His availability. This guy is
And he's
available.
always available.
Always available.
Always available.
Always.
So when you look at these qualities from the players, because the two of them, Partey is the best. Yeah, it's
Sure,
better,
sure.
way better.
Yeah.
But it is the injury.
Yeah.
So the question here is, okay, I'm willing to lose one. Which at least we should keep one. So who would you pick? I'll pick
If
Partey.
we analyze everything, for me, I think availability is the best ability.
Yeah.
I don't care how great you are. If you're not available to play, what use are you?
Yeah.
So, for me, Partey or Xhaka, who would like it? The easy choice and the obvious choice most people would pick. Let's be objective with Partey.
Mhm.
Now, I'm looking at it from the perspective that Partey will have African Nations Cup in January, so I'm going to actually miss him at least for 4 weeks, guaranteed.
Mhm.
Secondly, see, if you look at what happened to Liverpool, you don't know when a player can just go flat. Partey showed us something the last
end
quarter of last season that was
yeah,
scary.
yeah.
The last 5 games, he just fell off. Physically, he fell off. As in, he fell off. Is that a telltale sign that he's on a sharp decline? Maybe.
It could be, but I also think that with his injury record,
Yeah.
and personal. Don't forget he has personal issues going on. But I don't want to. I want to focus on the injuries. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was during the latter end of the season. He was injured. He came back and he wasn't himself.
Yeah.
So for me, like I said earlier, if we want to actually have the party from like last season, the beginning of the season,
Okay.
the way he played, he was dominating. We were arguing whether he was the best midfielder in the league.
Yeah.
I think we need to rotate him,
Sure.
and we can get him because the reason why I'll keep him more is because of the backup we have. You know, we have Rice, we have Jorginho, and
Virginia.
maybe Elneny.
Elder Eneni.
Yes. or Elneny will leave, and then we keep Partey as so Partey will be in the position of where Elneny will play.
I don't think Eneni is leaving because the contract we gave to him was out of courtesy and his loyalty to the club. So why would they give that contract and sell him? I don't think Arsenal will sell him because he's doing his coaching badges there. So I think if Arsenal wanted to let go of Elneny, they would have given that extra 1 year they give to him. So
for me, the two, I know Xhaka will leave. I know definitely he will leave because the news came up way earlier than in terms according to the know-how people. Those people who know everything in every club.
But those same people just reported today that Arsenal increased the asking price from 15 to 20 million pounds.
So somebody who has agreed on terms and wanted to leave, now we are changing the price we were asking for.
So, but we don't know like you said, we don't know the whole details.
Exactly. That is why
you can agree a personal terms. You have to say agree with the club.
Yeah, exactly. That is why I don't take rumor very seriously.
Unless it's from David.
Because I'm telling you,
I take it from David. I take it seriously from David.
No, I'll tell you this. It's funny. Yeah. If we have to take all the rumors, Arsenal should be signing the best players in the world. Because there is no best player in this world that Arsenal have not been linked to.
No, there's some rumors that you look at, you know that this is full of crap. There's some rumors you can really be between. Like the Rice rumor, there was something there.
Yes, but I'm trying to be old school.
Okay.
Unless I see on the Arsenal website, those times I have to go and check Arsenal.com and check who we've signed. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Until I see that.
Know these days, even Arsenal cannot hide their hand.
No.
Agents are involved. They leak this news. People are leaking news. So that's why I think there are rumors that are actually credible and there are rumors that are absolute crap. Like can read between the lines.
They want to sell their player. So I get it. But with what I'm saying is I wouldn't mind even if we keep both. Because then we have what we call real steel.
But let's be real, we're not keeping both. And there's a high chance we sell both. Do you know why I think we might sell both? I think if a good offer comes for Partey, Arsenal will take it.
If the Saudis come in, then fine. You understand? Who doesn't love sweet money?
We take it.
Free dinner, cool. We take it. But if not, and let's say I read Juventus wanted to sign.
That's a joke offer. That's a very funny offer.
Juventus wanted to. It's 17 million
for what? Nah.
For what?
No.
Then he will stay.
Yeah, he will stay. You
understand? Yeah. So with the rumors surrounding him, if he's going to what do you call it? The Saudi, then cool. But if he's going to stay in Europe.
And they can't pay 30 million and above.
Exactly.
Pounds 30, and above. No.
At least 30, 35.
Yeah.
Because of his age and
experience.
And whatever. Experience and everything. Cool. We can let him go. But I think one of them will stay. But there are also rumors that Partey wants to leave.
Yeah.
So the question goes to what do you do? Xhaka wants to leave, Partey wants to leave. What do you do? Just get replacement.
Every player can have the aspirations of living,
Yeah.
but it's not up to you alone. Your club, your parent club, has to say agree a fee.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can just tell the club he wants to leave. If you can bring someone that can pay 35 to 40 million pounds, yeah, you leave. If they can't, you stay. You're not a contract.
Because I won't say Partey, Rice can
Replacing.
definitely replace him. Easy. You understand?
Yeah.
But I think we need Partey should stay. I think we should keep Partey and then let Xhaka, because with Xhaka, yeah, we have Kai now, we have Emil there, Smith Rowe,
You have Vieira there.
we have Vieira. Vieira can sometimes play, yeah. So I think it's we can handle we'll be able to handle the void that will be left by Xhaka
By Xhaka
more
than
than
Partey.
Partey, because injuries happen and people are already wishing injuries. Some people are already saying, what if this guy gets injured? So with that in mind, and Arsenal have history with players where they come in and then they start getting injuries that we never understand.
But that doesn't happen. That did not happen with Xhaka. Right.
Exactly.
Aside from the fact that Silva got injured at the end of the season, he was healthy too.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily. Sometimes it's just bad luck. I don't believe in it that people come to Arsenal and suddenly start getting injured. I think sometimes it's just bad luck and bad timing.
Luck. It's just bad luck.
Just bad
For
luck.
me, it's just bad luck. But it is what it is. It's one of those things you as a club, you have to be able to manage.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you are against moving both of them on at the same time. You just want one has to stay, right?
Yeah, but if Partey is leaving, who is coming in? That
I
is
was
my
saying about the rumor about the Monaco
Lavia.
midfielder Fafana.
Fafana.
Yeah, one Monaco midfielder watching. He looks powerful like a Yature. He has that robust midfield aggression, good on the ball. He's easy on the eye, very athletic, very domineering. I like him. He's like a party incarnation. So I don't mind that one coming
What
in.
about
Especially, I like Lavia, but see, I don't jump on the bandwagon of a player who looks great or looks good at Southampton. Playing for Southampton and playing for Arsenal, they're two different pressure. They're two different pressure. You can look very, very Besman looked good at Brighton. Cucurella looked good at Brighton. Did they replicate those same form at Chelsea and Tottenham respectively? No. So Lavia, I'm not saying he's not good, but I don't trust him.
Okay.
I don't trust him. Let's not forget.
A
lot of us, when we saw Lokonga play for Anderlecht, we're looking, you
yeah. No, but I get your thought, but Lavia has already proven in the Premiership he can play. He can play.
Just like Bissouma proven at Brighton, he can play. I went to Spurs. What happened?
But it's the environment.
Yeah, environment matters. See, don't you think that? Okay, let me give you an example, right?
Yeah.
Someone can be the best mathematician. No, that would be the wrong analogy. Someone can be the best player in Lagos or in Accra, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's so impressive. You take him to Brazil to go and compete there. Suddenly, he can't live up to expectation anymore. See, I have and I think I've mentioned it to you. I have my observation about Caicedo. All these people hyping him up, he's so premature.
Mm-hmm.
When he eventually moves to Chelsea and he deals with the constant pressure,
it's different levels.
It's different levels.
Levels, yeah.
See, Lavia was at Man City. He could not make it there. What does that tell you?
But I have a feeling. A feeling with Arteta when it comes to young players. And yes, somebody will say Lokonga looks like a player who needs play time. He
doesn't have the personality to play for a big club. It's not play time. See, when you play for a big club, you have to have the personality. If you look at Lokonga, he's not a bad player, but does he have that personality on the pitch? No. It looks like somebody out of, it looks like a fish out of water.
Yeah. I think I get your explanation, because sometimes some players too, and like the moment it's just overwhelming, you know.
Keep overwhelming. You go to
Yeah.
another level of pressure. See, is it to play for Anderlecht and
Yeah.
you are the star there?
Academy player,
You are the star there. You
Yeah,
go to a bigger club,
and
you got
you are
more demanding fans.
yeah.
You're that.
Yeah.
See, you have to give Arsenal 8/10 every week. You're not going to 5 or 6. 8/10 every week.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that personality.
Yeah. You know, because for me, the reason why let me back Latvia a little bit.
Okay.
When it comes to interceptions and stuff, he's actually better than Partey.
Okay, finish it.
Yeah.
I'll debunk that. Okay.
No, three in 90 minutes. It's just his is 3.77 and Partey is 3.55. You know,
See,
but
this is where I always say that you have to be careful with statistics. Let me give you an example. If you check the statistics of a Burnley defender in a match versus Arsenal, you see that he had more clearance, more interceptions, and more headed clearance than our defenders. Are they better than our defenders? No. But because they played against a team who was attacking them all the time,
yes, they have more pressure.
Statistics. That's what I say. Be careful with statistics.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but sometimes you have to chip in because you have to use it to. It's part of the conversation, yeah.
But
because,
you know, I noticed a lot of people, whether deliberately or not, push 90 with statistics, and I've seen.
No. I don't do that. I look at I use my.
You might not do it deliberately, but I just told you now that somebody can look better. Look, I'll give you another example. Elneny has the best passing statistics in Arsenal, but his passes are sideways passing.
Yeah.
So is that true? He has 98% passing accuracy, but those passes are 5-yard passing.
Yeah. Or just a touch. Yeah.
Is that true? So guys, we have to be very careful when we look at statistics. Now, Lavia with those statistics looks good.
Good because of the team he was playing in.
Exactly.
That one, I give that one to you.
Yes.
Because you see, I have a feeling looking at him play. I have a feeling he would, and this is my reason. This is the main reason I wanted to say it earlier.
Okay.
We can take time with him to grow into the team. We can pick matches for him to play in, because he will have players like Jorginho ahead of him.
Okay.
Rice, Jorginho ahead of him. Yeah, before. So he would have time to grow into the team. Practically like what we did with Vieira. Yeah. Vieira, we know Odegaard was always ahead of him.
Sure.
So maybe some Champions League, maybe game 5 or game 6, when we know our fate or we know we are almost there, you play. Or come in every 10 minutes, 15 minutes to time when we are actually comfortably winning. You understand? To grow into the team with time. Because I believe with Lavia, if we are able to sign him, next season he will be a better player, a more better player. That is how I see it. Because he's in an environment where the age group is not too high.
The gap is not too far.
The gap is just so he can fit in. But where I give it to you is that the pressure, the demand from Arsenal as an institution, if he can handle it, it's a different thing, you know.
So where Lavia is going to play is very sensitive. DM.
Yeah.
See, playing DM for Southampton, with all due respect. See, I'll show you something now. See, let me ask you a question. Sergio Busquets and Kante, who is a better DM?
Wow. I think Busquets.
Why?
Busquets.
Why? I'm going somewhere
Okay.
with that example. I'm giving you.
Why he's extremely good on the ball. If you watch his positional play, I think he's way better. Yeah, because he doesn't have the physicality.
You're
He
coming
knows
to my
how
point.
to.
You're
Good.
coming to my point. See,
Yeah.
the point has always remained that now, if you don't watch football with your third eye and
Yeah.
you're looking at it with objectivity, the way Kante play or action or aggression, you think
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
better DM. He's not.
Not. Yeah.
But Busquets doesn't have the aggression, but the intelligence, positional
Intelligence.
awareness.
Yes. Yeah.
He
knows when
he will
to move,
dispossess
where
of the
to
ball
move.
easily.
Yes. And he
But-
knows when to call a foul.
He will not slide, but Kante will
Yeah.
slide. Kante is more aggressive.
Yeah.
Now, there was a debate I was seeing on the net the other day. People were saying, "Oh, Casemiro is a better DM than Partey and Rodri." I was laughing. Now, if you watch Casemiro, the way he tackles, he flies into tackles, aggressive.
He's the one of the luckiest player I've seen.
Luckiest player.
Be-
He's not.
Before he moved to Man U, yeah.
Yeah, he's not.
And
Because
I watched
people
him
are
at Real
programmed-
Madrid.
Yeah, people are
Let me-
programmed that if you show aggression, you are sliding
Yeah.
over the place. It doesn't mean you are the better player. But now on the ball, is Casemiro better than Partey and Rodri?
No. He's
But
good.
in sliding,
Yeah.
in sliding and being aggressive, he looks better. That's why I'm saying Lavia, he looks like he has that prospect, that potential,
Yeah.
because he's playing for a lower team at Southampton. But
Yeah.
when you have to win the ball and make use of the ball, I do not trust him and Caicedo.
You see, where I don't have a problem with Lavia coming in,
Yeah,
in case we let Partey go, yeah, is that if we had not signed Rice and we are signing him and maybe some other player we don't know, then I'll have a problem. But since we have an experienced Premiership player already in Rice, we have Jorginho there. I think having Lavia come in, it will take him time actually to be the player we want him to be. So he
why
can
should
learn.
we spend that? Why should we spend? Sorry to interrupt. Why should we spend same amount of money we spend on Lavia? Why can you use that same money to go and bring in a player that is 2 years older, more experienced, that is
So
playing for
who?
his national team, Fafana from France? I'd rather get Fafana from France, who is a better player, more intimidating player, more aggressive, more imposing, than have a project of Lavia at the same price. So
Okay, I get that, but I'm also looking at it like from being playing in the Premiership. You understand?
yeah,
That is
Premiership
how I'm
experience.
looking. Experience in the Premier. At least he has one season. Not only one season. He's already settled. You understand?
Yeah,
He's
Gabriel
already
came from
settled.
France. Gabriel came from France and he settled in.
Yeah, but his first year, I'm not. We are different people. Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe Fafana will come in, and because now in the UK you have a whole lot of nationalities there.
He will blend in. He's
My-
in London. He will blend in.
Yes, he will blend in, but we've also seen players who have not been able to handle that side very well. So with that in mind, I'll say I'll prefer somebody who know the league, who has played against these teams already. He knows what to expect when he's going to, let's say, Everton. You understand?
By
He knows
that logic, Torres moved from Liverpool to Chelsea. He shouldn't have flopped. There was Premiership experience. He already knew the league, and the flop was massive.
Chelsea is a place where
For flopping.
if you want your career to die, but yet win trophies, you go. You understand?
I just
They
think
don't
sometimes
care.
We over push this Premiership experience. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I just
It
think we
helps.
over push it too much. It helps.
No,
but
it
not
helps.
for players. Not all
helps.
players.
No,
Not all players.
it's an individual thing, because
Okay.
the reason why I say it helps is, you see, I played against you a couple of times. Let's say a season is 2 seasons, yeah, or just even 1 season. But I've been to your ground before. I know how you play. Now I understand your game better. Yeah, I can watch your game from afar, like Fafana might do, but then I've not experienced like real field on the field, and we played. So yes, I'll read about you and blah blah blah. But somebody like Lavia, he has played against the Casemiros, Pates, the Liverpool midfielders, and other
Fabinho's,
teams.
yeah.
All the grounds, he's been there with a shitty team. Yeah, with a very shitty team. And he stood out. Yeah, although they lost a lot of games, but he stood out. You understand? So for me, that is an experience that will cost you like 10 pound, 10,000 more, or 10 million more. That is why instead of 30, they are going for 40. You understand? But if you take that 40 and you bring Fafana, he doesn't have that experience. So you should give him time to actually
He doesn't have that
settle
experience, but it's competent.
yeah, it's like Vieira. It's like Vieira. Yeah. Imagine that 30 million. Maybe we use that 30 million to sign. Let me see. One of the midfielders in let's say what this guy who just left Wolves to Neves.
Oh, Neves. Yeah, so by that premise, you're already assuming Vieira is a flop.
No. I'm not saying it's a flop. I'm just saying he needs that time, that window to learn the league.
Vieira's is not time; it's physicality. You just need to adjust.
but that it's part of it, because you need. Now you've been into this league, you've realized, man, I need to be more physical, right? Yeah. So it is. If let's say we bought Vieira, yeah. Wolves, they had Neto, yeah. Look at Neto. They are typical from the same country actually, but typical shape. But because Neto came in his first season, he was struggling. He struggled a little bit. And then the following season, that is where he was a bit physical, adjusted. And so that is what the Premiership does to you. Some players might be able to work,
acclimatize easily,
but usually a 6-month window, a year is what is needed. So if we are buying Fafana for maybe Champions League games and Carling Cup for him to get the experience like we've done with Vieira. A lot of people are waiting for Vieira this season
to flop. Yeah.
If he flops, everybody will say we've wasted 35 million. You understand?
Yeah.
But if we let's say we bought I don't want to even mention the top 6 teams, one of their midfielders, but young midfielders. But if you look at the smaller teams, even Ward-Prowse, let's say we put that kind of 35 million on him. They might not sell it for that price, but let's say, yeah, he's actually a better player now than Vieira, or he has proven that he knows how to play better now than the Vieira we have.
Yeah, I don't agree with you.
No.
On that
Vieira,
level, he looks better.
Vieira would. I hope Vieira will be a better player because he has the potential. But this guy has proven currently he plays better than Vieira.
In context of the level.
Or the level, the league. Because if we had that percentage with like Ward-Prowse played last season, that commitment, he was available, he was good, he changes games. If Vieira had just that level, nobody would call him a flop.
No, you can't have that level because by logic,
because
he's not good enough to even play for us. Nah, a lot of us have been shouting, "How did we sign this guy?"
I think there is
understand.
something in there. If he's able to get some of the things we think he needs, if he's able to get those things, he has the talent.
Definitely,
He knows.
I
Yeah,
believe that Fabio Vieira will come good.
good. Yeah, yeah,
I believe he'll come good. You remember
Yeah.
Odegaard's loan when we loaned him from Madrid? So people
Yeah.
were like, nah, he won't make it. I'm like, no, you can see something there.
Exactly my point. So you see, Odegaard came in. He didn't score much goals. You could see there is something in there,
Yeah,
but it was the league surprised him. But he came back a better player.
yeah.
The same with what is his name? Danny
Ceballos.
Ceballos. He's actually not a bad player, but he cannot handle the
The
Premiership.
physicality of the league.
No,
yeah.
he couldn't. You understand? So yes, if you use I won't say the French league, but Fafana profile wise and whatever, then Fafana will be the best, the ideal player. Yeah. But I think with Latvia's experience, if you are letting, let's say,
Relative experience.
It-
You are making because it's just 1 or 2 years. He can't call that massive
it's just
experience.
1 year. It is just 1 year, but
Yeah. So
an experience is experience.
no. Some experience are not just good enough on the yardstick of measurement.
I wouldn't mind if we get both of them though.
That's if we move Partey and Xhaka on. That's if. But if
So,
Xhaka is staying, there's no need of buying Lavia
So
or Fofana.
your preferred, let's say hypothetically, they both leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your best
The third option will be Fofana.
Fafana.
Yeah, I'm not falling for the hype. I've watched enough matches to know that some players will look good in certain teams, and when you bring them to other higher level teams, they struggle. Fred, he looked good at Shakhtar Donetsk, but
Oh,
were
yes.
interested.
Yes.
Eh?
Yeah.
A lot of teams were interested. Now he comes to Man U, he can still tackle, but after tackling, what does he do with the ball? I remember Arsenal fans were shouting, "We have to sign Bissouma," and I was saying that no, I like Bissouma, but he is not good with the ball, and he has proven us right at Spurs. So I'm not going to fall for that mistake anymore. I am not falling for that mistake anymore.
This one I fully agree with you. I'm saying I said it earlier, if the Arsenal hierarchy listen to the supporters, the club will go in steam.
Yeah, definitely. They can't listen to all of us. We are not
because and you see how quickly when people have a certain agenda and let's go for this player. Why are we going to this club? You're useless, blah blah blah. And then the player goes elsewhere and bombs.
Exactly.
They when they are making their presentations and that, they never say, I'll give you a typical example. People always, even when City came in for Rice, people who were actually bashing the club, we never get our
first target.
It is your first target. It
it
is you who wish we signed that player. The club has not come out and told you this is the player we want to sign. And secondly, they are going to bid for the player with other clubs. So in a competition, somebody might use something to out-tweet you.
Exactly.
You understand? Remember when Arteta wanted to sign he's in Aston Villa now. What is his name?
Diego. That is it Douglas Lewis?
No, Lewis. Before Lewis.
What's it? Buendia
or Bendia or whatever the name is.
Yeah.
Buendia, yeah. I'm butchering their names. Buendia. You saw what happened. Arsenal is useless. Arsenal is. Do you hear people talking about him?
No. And do you see them make apology video that we got it wrong? No.
There was another player. Yes,
Shamelessness.
there was another player, and oh, Arsenal cannot sign anybody because no club wanted to, no player wants to come to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Ateta
That's
is this,
narrative.
Ateta is that. So I always take a step back when it comes to player signings.
Sure.
Yes, because listen, I can give you a list of players I want at Arsenal. Even I was telling you yesterday, there are certain things that can be possible. There's always a possibility. But if I start to name the players I want at Arsenal, you tell me, my brother, forget about it. Because I would like to have Mbappe.
That's trouble. I don't want
Good.
to name my club.
You know?
I know he's the best player, but the baggage he comes with.
Any player you know that is, I would like to have Vinny.
Sure.
Yes. I would like to have when you go to Real Madrid,
Rodrigo.
Camavinga.
I would like to have Rodrigo, Valverde,
Camavinga. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is, I would like to have what do you call him? Gavi, the small Gavi, the Barcelona player,
the youngster.
Gavi, and then before I wanted Fati, but okay, for now he will be on the bench for me. So if you use this kind of logic and you always go like, we should go for this player, the team I want, the current crop of footballers,
Yeah.
the young ones, I want the best in every. I want the best in every team. There's a better
Quality
player.
players.
Bring them to Arsenal, but it doesn't happen like that. You have to
Exactly.
try and create your own. You have to take gamble. You have to gamble. Yeah, take risk. You understand? People just they are just ready. It's just people's way of thinking and doing things, and sometimes you have to accept it.
So we are coming to the conclusion that you prefer Lavia.
No, I'll prefer Mbappe and Lavia.
In terms of the midfield.
I'm okay. Midfield.
You prefer Lavia. I'm sticking to my Fafana.
No,
I prefer
I'll still go with Lavia,
sure.
But I wouldn't mind. You see, and this is where I stand. I wouldn't mind Fafana because, like I'm saying, he's equally a good player. I'm just worried about whether he will just fit in.
Experience, yeah.
Good. Whether he's just fit in and hit the ground running, or when he's called upon, he will be able to play the way we wish, like the 7. You understand?
Yeah.
That is my only worry. But any talented player, we can I see in a different team that I feel this guy has future to become a better player or a great player, or become a legend at any club. I wish we can go and sign those players.
Okay, let's just round it up. Let's round this part up.
Yeah.
Lavia for you, Fafana.
Yeah, Lavia for me. Yeah, Lavia for me.
But the best option for we can both agree on that. The best option is to keep one.
We keep
Partey.
Yeah, we keep one. Yeah, we keep Partey. For me, I'll keep Partey.
So
who would you pick?
The next.
You pick Partey?
I'll keep Partey unless you have an offer of £40 million plus, then sell him.
Okay.
If you have something not substantial, okay, I'll take £35 million. But anything lower than that, no, we'll keep him.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next topic. Can Kai Havertz replace Xhaka?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can, and it's simple.
Why?
If you take a critical look at Xhaka's career at Arsenal, it was actually the season before and this season. Yeah, he's not a bad player. Yeah. But these 2 seasons, he has really proven that we can actually rely on him. You understand?
Yep.
One, because he avoided a lot of red cards, in particular the last season.
Yeah, no red card.
Yeah, that was key.
Shout out to Xhaka.
And The only thing we cannot replace if he leaves, where I take him over Kai, is the leadership.
Don't you
Yeah.
think sometimes we fans overrate this mantra and commentary of leadership? I'm not saying leadership is not great, but if you are going to bring in Declan Rice, you are setting one leader and bring another person who has equally that kind of quality. So nothing is lost, technically.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Yeah. But I would take the reason. So aside the leadership side, yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a problem at all replacing Xhaka.
So what are people with your opinion that Kai is not physical enough to play that position? He's not quick enough. How do you
No,
debunk that?
he's quick.
Yeah,
Go-
he's far mobile than Xhaka.
I don't like using the goal he scored in the final, yeah. But if you want to see how good he is,
Sorry, that
look at where he started. He anybody that doubts that he can play, the slightest worry I have when it comes to, I don't know about his defensive side, and that is the only question mark I have. But he comes across, when it comes to corners and other stuff, he's good.
Now it
defending
goes
corner.
back to the analogy I made earlier about
Yeah.
Busquets and Kante. I've watched Kai lead the line this year. He presses, he does defensive duties well. See,
Yes.
people have been programmed that if you are not very aggressive, you're not running like Jesus, you're not doing your work, which is for me. I'm
And
sick and
also
tired.
you also
of-
have to look at people. Sometimes I feel some people don't actually, when they watch football, I don't know what they watch. You
No,
understand?
I
Because
think that they have been stereotyped and programmed that if you're not running heta scatter, you're not very aggressive, you're not doing your job. This guy I saw him at Chelsea, he was pressing, he was tackling. Now, because he doesn't tackle the way you think someone should tackle, doesn't mean he's not doing his defensive duties. How he does his defensive duties, he doesn't do it the way you want. See, people think if you don't tackle like Flamini, Casemiro, you're not tackling. No, that's why I said Busquets was actually winning balls without being overly aggressive. So
And
if Busquets, for me, was arguably the best midfielder, defensive midfielder of his generation, without doing the job the way defensive midfielder conventional would do their job. So why can't you allow Kai Havertz do it his own way?
I see even with the defensive side I was talking about,
Yeah,
I have a feeling he will be better defending
he is.
in defending.
Yeah,
Because
he is.
there was this player who played for I didn't like him one bit. He was quite good on the ball sometimes. Tottenham, the guy that used that this thing to score the goal.
Lamela.
Lamela, yeah. He was the type of player that if you look at him, you think he's not good with defending and positional play and stuff.
Yeah.
He was quite good when it comes to defending. Defending. So looking at Kai with his ball playing, he's quite skillful too. You see him like
He
that.
is.
He's
He's
very
Very
slick. And his passing is smooth.
See, his passing is 1,000 times better than Xhaka's passing.
Way better. The problem, it's not a problem. The shock that most of us or most people would experience is when they see how he plays.
Exactly. In that position.
Because I keep saying this, Chelsea he was playing in a different role, in a different position, and then Chelsea played
are chaotic.
exactly, and Chelsea played differently.
Yeah.
when you look at us now, we play with a plan.
There's a
And
system in
it
place.
has been like that since.
Yeah.
You understand?
There's a
We were
system.
not winning anything, but the reason why most of us or most people kept supporting us now is the beautiful game.
Yeah.
Even though we had some questionable players back
Because
then.
last season I saw many chances. Even though imagine Xhaka scored 7 goals and has 7 assists.
Mhm.
And Xhaka is not the best at playing as an 8.
Yeah.
Now, if you now put a proper player like Kai in that position, do you know how many goals you're going to score and how many assists you will have? Because he's a better player, he's a more mobile player, he's a more intelligent player. Now, shout out to Xhaka. I'm not saying he's not intelligent as a person. I'm talking in terms of football. It doesn't come close to Kai Havertz. Intelligence, mobility, skill set,
That is, the word is mobility.
Yeah.
I go with mobility. Forget about even scoring goals and passing and stuff, but mobility is it's key when it comes to the two of them.
Yeah.
So we will see. For me, I believe and I hope Arteta will get it right.
I'm convinced. Because I looked yesterday, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, before I had a bit of time, I went to go and watch a full game of Kai Havertz. So sometimes I like to do personal research. He was doing his own pressing. He was doing the defensive duty. Just that if you see, there's something called prejudice, which is a reasonable dislike. If you have let's say I view a certain way, and I'm not objective about it, there is no how somebody can convince me of your character.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you are this. No,
there is no
way.
There is no way you can convince somebody who has already made up his mind.
His mind or her mind or something.
Yeah.
So, and I was saying he was tackling, he was running back, and I like something I actually noticed. The way he was ghosting into the box. Intelligent ghosting, which Xhaka, I'm sorry, Xhaka don't have that.
That is why I said it is not the goal that he scored, as in he scored in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Go and look at the movement.
The ghosting to the box. Yeah.
Just go and look at where he was standing and how he moved.
Yeah.
Those are the things I quote unquote intelligent players.
Thank you for bringing that up. Now, if you notice how we play last season, right? When Jesus be dropping to the midfield, Kai will just ghost. You have to watch football with
you have to that you see, we are agreeing on most of the things because our football intelligence is the one speaking.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you just don't look at the game. Just watch the game. Yeah. Sometimes watch how the players move. And they say this, eye test is always the best. So those people who have the opportunity to actually see him live, will even testify to some of the things we are saying. He knows how to move into spaces.
How many times will we see Jesus in the midfield and Xhaka is not moving into that vacated 9 position? So if Jesus comes and receives the ball and is drawing out defenders, Kai can just ghost into that position easily. But no, people are concerned about the physicality of Xhaka.
I don't like comparing players to players, because sometimes you do some of the players the services. So he's his own man, and I hope the way I see him, the clips I've watched a few Chelsea games. Go back and look at the game we played against them. Not at home. He didn't play well, but when we played them at the Emirates, he played really well. He just missed it, and if you watch his position, it was Ramsdale that saved the
chance.
Ramsdale was quite quick. You saw it. If he doesn't have that awareness,
he won't be
and
there.
Positional play, he wouldn't be at those kind of positions. I've watched other games Chelsea have played where he plays. I don't care the position because, like you said, Chelsea is always in chaos.
They're chaotic.
Yes, they always come up with the formation, but you don't know what kind of formation they are playing at the end of the day. But if you look, the chances sometimes he creates, and then the spaces he creates. Let's just fold our arms like that
and enjoy it.
Watch. He will cook.
This guy is cooking, because I've seen how he moves. See those games that defenders are playing 9 at the back. This guy has movement to take away 2 or 3 players. Then Jesus can dribble. People see the game is simple, but if you're not intelligent, it's not simple. The game
Secondly,
I'm
going to add this. People keep talking. He knows how to head the ball.
Sure.
So he has added. He's going to add something. Thank you. To when we have corners and stuff against and for.
Yeah.
So we are not just look at his all-round play.
Sure.
Don't just look at he plays for Chelsea, so he just stand there.
There was a game Chelsea played. I think it was Man City, and Man City was in transition, and the way he robbed Man City of the ball. People will not talk about that. That was a defensive move. He robbed Man City of the ball, and the way he flicked it, I'm like,
I just feel that
because
Chelsea,
he doesn't defend robust like Xhaka. Xhaka defending is robust. I'm like, there are different ways to skin a cat. There are different ways to do something. So if you are programmed to see it a different way and you don't see it this way, something it's not the player's fault. It's your personal problem. It's your personal problem.
For me, I would just advise, let's just not rule him out yet.
No, I'm not.
Because he has.
I'm not overhyping it. We'll come back and do more of this, and I'll tell you that he'll cook.
I'll give you a quick. You remember Lassana Diarra?
Yeah.
Right.
God bless his soul.
He moved. No. Is it? Yeah, Diarra. The small, like Kante. Yeah. He was at Chelsea. He wasn't getting a good time play, blah blah. He wanted to play, and then finally Arsenal signed him.
Yeah.
He played a little bit, and then he was like, but people were like, "Oh, you've been at Chelsea, you've been at Arsenal, and you've not really shown your potential." Yeah. He goes to Real Madrid. He smashed it.
Yeah.
He smashed it. You understand? I'm saying Kai is young.
And it's intelligent.
He needs the right environment.
And
that is all.
That's all, yeah. And he'll flourish. Yeah.
There are examples that have failed and there are examples that have made it.
Sure.
Mine, I've decided to look at those who have made it to prove to myself or to him, if I'm in the Arsenal team, I'll show him, listen, look at this guy. Nobody expected him to even go from Arsenal from Chelsea to Arsenal. People were thinking his career is dead. Yeah, he went to what do you call him? Bournemouth. And then he came from Madrid to Bournemouth. One way, it's either. But he went to Madrid. The key is he went to Owen went to Madrid and flopped. And Woodgate went to Madrid
from Leeds
and flopped. So I can list you players who have gone to Madrid and flopped. But this guy, everybody ruled him out. He went and he succeeded. So it is just getting the right environment, and you can get your mojo
right
back.
System around you. You flourish.
Yeah.
And people need to program themselves from seeing the game one way. The game can be played several ways.
There are certain people, no matter what you do, they will not change.
And they're the loudest in the room. That's my problem. They are the loudest in the room. So we both have agreed that potentially Kai will smash it at Arsenal after a
Yeah. I fully believe it will work out.
So let's go to the last topic for today before we round off. Can we close the gap on City? the juggernaut, the Armageddon.
Yes, we can, because we've proven that we messed up. Don't get me wrong. We messed up last season. We messed up big time. And it hurts, but it is part of the game. So you take it on the chin and you move. But my thing is, if we are able to cut out the so-called winnable games,
Yeah.
I think we are in a season or two, this season, and then maybe then the next season will be the icing on the cake, where we sign other top or class players to the team, and then we know every season one change here and there, and so next season in particular, not this coming season,
Okay.
2024, yeah, I'll say that is when I can fully say that yes, we've closed the gap, but we are on the path. I think we're about 80% with this current team, because we've proven 38 games we can. Okay, the point people were just saying, oh, City dropped off, they lost to Brighton, and they drew to Brighton and Brentford or whatever. Yeah, we don't care. We messed up. Had we won those two other games, it would have been a different ball game.
Sure.
You understand? So I take the blame, and with the way the team played, it's enough evidence that like we are going up and we are catching City. You understand?
Okay. So King Sonny Eze, shout out to you. Make sure you like the video. Thanks for coming through. I disagree with you slightly.
Okay.
I don't.
More yes.
I think we can actually beat City this season. I'm not saying City are not. They are still the best team, arguably the best team in the world right now in terms of players, quality of manager.
Hold on a second. Is it catching up with City by beating them, or catching up by overtaking them to be the champion?
You have to start by beating them first.
Okay. So for me, let me say it this way. I wouldn't mind if we don't beat City, but yet we win the league.
You see, because if you don't, it's been a long time.
No, I get it.
See, mentally, we have to take up that barrier. It's important. The more you allow it to fester, the more the doubt continue to fester amongst the boys' mind.
I would love us to beat City. Don't get me wrong.
We have to beat them this season. We have to.
Yes, we have to. And I believe we can. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't mind for closing the gap, as in the gap. I know that my team can actually compete with City, because the 38 games we are going to play in the season, we will not play all against City.
Just 2 games against City.
Just 2 games. So yes, I'll take pride in saying I've been able to win a game against you. Yeah? But I'll brag when I competed with you in the same league, the number of matches, and I won the league with your best team. It means that I've closed the gap and I've beaten you by it. You understand my take? So that is my take. Yes, I would love to beat City because it's been too long.
So let me rephrase the question. Let's say we win the league hypothetically next season, but we lost the 2 matches against City.
If we're going to lose 2 matches in the season and it will be against City and we will win the league, give me the league. Give me the league.
Yeah, on face value, I will love that. But we have to be City. Maybe I'm just arrogant. Maybe.
Okay, so let me also ask you this question. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have to beat City home and away, and then lose the league to him, to them,
yeah,
would you take it?
I'd rather take the league and lose to them.
Exactly.
So,
So it's,
but it will not be sweet enough if you don't beat them.
listen, for me, I don't see if it was Tottenham, I'll still say they beat me home and away, and I'll still win the league over them. So they can have the local bargain rights that
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's
I
why,
won the
that's
league.
why I put a caveat there. Yeah, on face value, I'll take winning league. That's a better logic.
Listen,
But that
we
pride,
the reason why the question is closing the gap on City is because if we are able to close the gap, it means that the possibility of us winning the league is higher. So if it was like, let's say people are giving us last season, people gave us 5%, right?
Yeah.
And we were able to reach 90%. So let's say because of that knowledge, people are like aware of Arsenal now. So they will say, okay, Arsenal are actually closing the gap, or they've closed the gap a bit. Yeah. So they are giving us, let's say, 70%. Yeah. 5% to 70 is a huge jump. A huge jump.
I get you on that, but if you listen to the mainstream and some of the popular content creators, they're telling us that Arsenal had a decent league last time, but they still believe that
it's their opinion.
To be
what do you call decent?
Liverpool will be the one to compete again.
What do you call decent? What do you call decent? What do you call decent? In a 38 match competition, why do you call a team that blazed the league, you call the team decent? It is just
it's banter. It's
banter.
Banter.
It's just banter. Mind games and all those things. And you don't need people to give us the credit. I get it.
But at the same time, the narrative is there. That's what I'm just pointing out. I'm not I'm seeking their validation, but the narrative is
why
still
are
there.
they saying why do they keep saying that Liverpool? It is because Liverpool has proven. Okay, I get the yes, but Liverpool has proven that they can compete, or they've closed the gap on City and they can compete with them. So they want to see Liverpool last season, their disappointment is just a one-off. Yeah. So if you want to say Liverpool performance is just a one-off last season,
yeah,
and you want to say mine is also a one-off, but yet you turn around and say Liverpool will be better,
doesn't make sense.
Then and you are telling me I will be rather worse. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So I choose to say, okay, if it's a one-off, I'll take this one-off, but it gives me hope that I can be better.
And,
that is how I look at it.
There are pointers to say that I respect Liverpool, I respect Klopp, but Klopp is not a magician. Like, he's not a magician. If you look at the Liverpool squad, even though they're about to buy Szoboszlai, they bought in McAllister, who for me is not a magician too. And with those two signing, they think they can just close the gap. But we have Rice, Timber, and who did we sign? We're about to sign Kai Havertz. But Liverpool will usurp us. It doesn't make no sense. We have the more quality. But Liverpool, because of Klopp, I'm like, Klopp is good, but he is not a magician. And last season showed us that he's not a magician.
Exactly.
But for some reason, they will compete with Manchester City ahead of us. It doesn't make no sense. Shout out to Akin, Morgan. I'm extremely proud of my team, but the one thing I want them to do is to take advantage when an opportunity arises. Over the year, that has been what let us down the most. Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's why I see. Remember when we lost top 4 to Spurs two seasons ago? I knew the core of the injuries we had at that time. That was not the
nobody was looking exactly.
That was not the true reflection of the team. Now with this team that I'm looking at, we're about to add Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Timber. We're going to compete ferociously with Man City. Ferociously.
And that is, I think that is, it is putting fear in people, and that is why it's just jealousy. I told you already. They're just scared because they can see the steps. Yeah,
Yeah.
they laughed at us, but now they can see that we are progressing each and every time, and we are adding quality to the team already. And you can say the team surprised you, yeah, surprised us last
Yeah.
season, but it was because, like you said, and it happened again. But in key moments, when we lost the top 4 race to
Yeah.
Spurs, it was when we needed our players.
Exactly.
We were short. There's a similar thing happened this season. Partey was injured playing through those 10 games.
10 games. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially from the Liverpool game. Yeah. With Saliba and
Tomiyasu.
but people don't want for us, people don't want to look at that
They don't.
because of banter and blah blah. And I get it. But sometimes you have to be real. If for instance, Man City had lost, let's say,
Rodri.
they lost Rodri and De Bruyne in the final, and they lost a goal to nil. A lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, but because
they lost Rodri." Yeah, exactly.
Rodri was injured before. Let's say Rodri was even injured a week before the final or 2 weeks before, and he was supposed to play. People will make that argument that because he was half
fit.
But with us now, no. But I get it. I always say I get it. I get it. I don't have a problem with it. But for me, as an Arsenal fan, I'll look at it like, yeah, that was where the problem is from. You understand?
Yeah.
How can we fix it? That is why we have to get, when there's no Partey, there's rice.
Yeah. When there's no rice, there's stew.
Exactly. Or where there is no White, there is Tommy.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
When there is no Saliba,
there is Timber.
Thank you. You understand? If you can slice it, you can slide it. You can use the Timber to pound it.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes. And it helps a team in general when you know, okay, I'm starting, but I know when they take me out,
quality is coming in.
Thank you. It helps. It helps.
Can you imagine the quality level in training? Everybody's trying to outcompete the next person.
And
I like
and
that.
that is the level CT. And that is where we want to get to.
Sure.
So the gap for me with this current team and the current, like, the signings we are doing now,
yeah,
I'll say we are about 85%.
I'll take that too. We are closing it massively.
Yes.
We don't even know how City will respond to the loss of Gundogan, because that's some goals that have been taken out of them.
You see, they've lost. I think they will lose some few players. But my point is, I enjoy our style of play. I enjoy the team. So on that front, we've made. I think from that front, we've closed the gap on City. Or already we are known for that kind of play. But we are close. Let's say 90-95% with that style of play, if not even. You understand? If not even with Man City. But now, when we add a couple of players more, I think when we go toe to toe, which you can see it's in the team.
Sure.
The 3-1 we lost. Okay, the 4-1 they battered us. Yeah, I take it.
Definitely, it happens.
Yeah, we weren't at our game.
At best, yeah.
But at the Emirates, they won fairly. But you see, a team wins and they go like, yeah, we are lucky today at the office because we took our chances.
Sure.
And that was what happened.
That Tomiyasu
At
back pass just
the
sucked out.
Tomiyasu back pass, and it killed them. You can see the moment it killed his morale.
Yeah,
You know, and then on top of it, he got injured in the
injured.
same game.
Yeah, everything was just going wrong.
Wrong.
Everything
You
was
understand?
going wrong. Yeah,
You know, he was injured when we were actually playing better.
exactly. The chances Eddie missed.
So
I'm like, what's his going?
there are factors.
Yeah.
Exactly, there are factors. Somebody will say it's excuses.
Exactly.
But
Opposition
but
fans
it
say
is-
excuses.
Yes, but it was part of the game.
Yeah,
Because if A does not happen, B wouldn't happen.
sure.
You understand? So yes, you can tell, oh, stop making excuses, blah blah blah. But that it happened. So it is never an excuse. If something happened and you are pointing at it, it is never an
An
excuse.
excuse.
It happened. You understand?
But I understand the banter of it. If you want to banter us on that.
A friend of mine was saying, okay, the reality of the ground, whether City thought they've won the league or whatever, when you look at some of the games, like the game we draw with Southampton, yeah, both home and away. That the away one, we should have won the game, but
Yeah,
it was
especially the first half.
bad officiating.
Yeah, that penalty, that blatant penalty to Jesus. Blatant.
Exactly. Some people come and tell us, oh, Leeds should have won the game, and I said, how?
Very better.
Oh,
chances.
they had a penalty. I said it was checked and they
Yeah.
battered us. Yes, you sometimes you batter a team and you don't win the game. You
Yeah.
can
It's
say
not,
we are
they
lucky.
battered us by holding on the ball, but they were not creating obvious chances.
Obvious chances,
So
and people don't want to look at it like that.
yeah, they
You
don't
understand?
Yeah.
But because they want to batter us, but it batter us, so it's okay for me. I always say it's okay. I talk to football people who are real. What we watched, what you saw, is what you talk about. Don't create your own
Where I'm painting
fiction.
your own narratives.
Exactly. You understand? But hey, it is what it is. We are close to closing the gap.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're closing the gap,
We are
and I
close.
don't
And
think the way the media are painting it, that there's massive gap, is not that's some
when we go
figment of some people's imagination.
2
It's not
seasons or
real.
3, when Arteta has proven, and I'm saying it again, he has proven he can beat Man City.
And he will this season. He will. You look at the way Arteta said something during the post-match conference. Was it at the Etihad or the Emirates? He said he knows what to do, and he mentioned that we lack physicality. And guess what he does? He brings in Declan Rice. You know what he did? He said we lacked some killer passes and movement. What does he do? Kai Havertz. See, I've studied Arteta. When he sees something, he goes upstairs and convinces the owners and Edu that this is the solution. Let's try and get it. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And he said, I myself as the manager, I need to do better and I'll do better. He holds himself accountable and he holds the players accountable. So we are closing the gap. Whether they want to acknowledge it or not, we are closing the gap. So let's do the last words. We've been here for almost 1 hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Woo,
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Time flies so fast. So let me hear your last words as we round up.
What I'll say is for any Arsenal lover, we love the club. Whether rain or shine.
The ones with no agenda.
Yes.
So we have to separate the Arsenal fan base. There are some with certain agendas who want the club to fail so that they can have traction and views and likes, who are doing it for. I'm not saying you don't make money on your YouTube or your podcast, but you can still have a bit of etiquette and integrity.
Yeah.
And be truthful. Let's be truthful. And a bit of contentment.
Let's call it what it is, Arsenal, you are not on a board. You don't work in the club.
Sure.
So when news come, know how to filter it, know how to respond to it. You understand? And in the love of hoping and wishing that the club does well, remember, somebody somewhere also is wishing the same.
Sure.
What we are doing here, it is for Arsenal to be one of the greatest club, and we just swim in pride with
Exactly.
it and walk around.
Let's understand that no club has the divine right to win all the time.
No,
I'm
don't
not
be
saying
that entitled.
Show your standard. People come and be lying about standard. There's standard and there's reality. So are you telling me Brighton fans don't have standards? Yeah, they want to have standard, but reality is that they cannot compete at the upper echelon where the big boys eat. They can't compete yet, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That so for me, I just wish we get Arteta get his signings right.
Yeah.
And I won't say quick, but by the time I think they start preseason in a couple of days, yeah.
Yeah, I think in 10 days.
In 10 days. So by that time, at least the core group will be ready to start preseason. And we wish. This is the wish. They stay injury free.
Hopefully, touch wood. They stay.
Telling you.
Yeah.
That is all. That is all. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the team and I'm like, I like what I'm saying. I like the prospects we are having. I like the signings that are coming. I'm excited. Look at our defense, right? I looked at the defensive numbers. I'm looking at. We have Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes. Sorry,
before you make your point, read this comment.
Are you worried that it has become a recurring problem over the years that when there's something on the line, it seems to go wrong for us? I'm not worried, and I'll give you a reason why I'm not worried. Sometimes, right, we are overly analyzing things.
Yeah.
See, we are allowing the banter of the opposition to get into our heads.
Yeah. I agree.
You have to be able to separate things. Last season, nobody predicted the Saliba and the Tomiyasu injury. It's part of the game.
And when opposition supporters talk about it, they don't mention those things. Yeah. It's okay. It's banter, so I get it.
Yeah.
I listen. Yes, that is what sometimes it feels. Because sometimes I feel like, come on, Arsenal. Like you actually. Competing with Tottenham, with the top 4 thing 2 seasons ago. The so-called winnable games. That was when our misery started.
Let me stop you there.
But hold on a second. Okay. But those games, people say, but you should be able to beat regardless of the players.
That's a lie.
And that is where I don't get it. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie. Because you know what? If you look at
around those periods,
if you look at what happened against Spurs, right? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Cedric, that blunder that the referee gave a soft penalty.
It shouldn't be a penalty.
Exactly. How do you go blame Arteta and Arsenal's mentality on that? You can't do that. Now, Holding, who acted like a complete buffoon, it's not Arteta's fault. Why are you dragging him?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Away, not the Emirates. Away as Spurs.
Your top rival.
You can't do that.
You know, so a red card. That is what I'm saying. Like people don't use contest when it comes to those moments. Those moments.
So Akin, we're not bashing you. I'm sorry, Akin, we're not bashing you.
No. Actually, it was a question he asked. So like, we are trying to let him know how we see it.
Yeah, exactly.
I see that it is. Yes, you feel like that, but you have to look at the reasons behind the shortcomings. Yeah, the shortcomings. When it gets closer, we get closer to achieve something. Something happened. Okay, why? Because in those moments, last season. And the season before, our key players were injured.
Exactly.
We lost key
players at the key moment of the season.
And we all know, since Arteta have been there, he's been doing clear out, and we know we have a weaker bench.
Exactly.
Our depth is not that good
enough.
like the Man Cities and before Liverpool.
Before Liverpool, yeah.
Yes, you understand. So that is the main reason. Injuries. Because we don't have like Man City happened to them. Final. Top player, De Bruyne, got injured.
They brought in Foden.
Thank you.
Another quality player. Look at us. You take out Saliba, you bring Honorable Holding. You're done. I was arguing a control my friend, like, there's no manager in the world that can coach Holding to be quality. You can't. There's nothing you can do.
Holding is holding already. He has
yeah.
Yes.
Pep cannot change Holding to be quality.
Listen, when Pep came in, there were Mangales and Joe Hart and Joe Hart wasn't a bad keeper, but he realized.
But that's all for me. He said, I don't like you.
Yes, you cannot change. You cannot change somebody who doesn't fit into your system.
Yeah, exactly.
Who will cost you game? Mangala was costing Man City games.
Otamendi.
What's the game we played against them in the final? Otamendi, and it doesn't mean those players are bad players, but in those moments they don't fit the system.
Exactly.
So yes, we do feel like that. Why did it go wrong? Or when it's getting closer, things go wrong. But after that, you have to add context
to it.
So that is what we
know.
think.
Rival fans don't add context.
No.
The banter. But we as Arsenal fans, let's not be carried away with the rival chats or some of the toxic Arsenal fans who want to push a narrative.
I'll give you an example, a typical example. When United signed Ten Hag, they were raving. We have 10 blah, 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 blah. He got smashed 7. He got smashed 4. Yeah? The moment he got smashed 4-0, is it 4-0? Yeah. The first 4 was in the first 20 minutes or something. Or
that was Brentford. They're licking their chops.
The Man U supporters were like, "Oh, it wasn't his full squad."
Yeah,
and we all do that. You understand? They've not given him money to sign his players and blah blah blah. Okay, they gave him money. He signed his players. They were quote unquote in the title challenge, and they went to Liverpool, one of their top rivals.
And they were thought
they
put their hands down.
They saw the team coming, and then they brought the 7-Up cans. Everybody take, drink. After drinking, they went out and they got 7.
Yeah.
And then they came back and they saw the cans and then they had another one. Take. This was your reward, So there are always contests to something.
Sure.
But you have to look at it. As it's your team. So you have to look at it like that and let them talk. Oppositions will talk like that all the time.
Yeah. Out of bad faith, they will.
Yeah.
If you're expecting opposition to give you good faith analysis, you're watching the wrong game. You're watching the wrong game. You will not get it. You will never get good faith from your rivals.
Yeah.
So we need to add context to this kind of conversations we're having sometimes.
Yeah.
We need to. It's very important. So thank you for coming through again on the second time. Yeah. I'm enjoying this collaboration.
Me too. Me too. I think you see, it is easy when you find somebody we agree and disagree on certain things.
Yeah.
But in a more, this is the reason. I was looking at it this way.
From this way, yeah.
And that helps. You understand? It helps. And I'm really extremely happy we have to continue this.
We need to build our own community of people with some high IQ conversations. People that have some brain who want to actually discuss things in good faith. The logic with it. We are open to disagreement.
Challenges. That is opinions. So this is why I think my opinion is this, and
exactly.
okay, no, look, it's okay to have that opinion, but you can also look at it this way.
Sure.
You understand? So yeah, it is just the start. I think it's just the start, and let's enjoy this ride.
Hopefully, it will last longer,
Yes.
and we have more of this because
Yeah.
I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
So, guys, we are winding down to
Yep.
this broadcast. If you are going to watch on the playback, please make sure you subscribe, like the video. Very, very important. Very, very important, guys. Make sure you like the video. You talked about your channel the last time, so are you going to?
Yeah. It's Gamma Sardine. I've not started any sports things on it yet.
Okay.
But since you've brought my love for Arsenal back,
Okay.
sitting in front of the camera to talk about it, I think I have to
Okay.
start doing some small videos on Arsenal and stuff.
Yeah,
But
you
my
can always
my
invite
channel is
me.
Gamma Sardine. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that,
Okay.
but let's grow this one for some time.
Okay. Aki Morgan again said, keep growing this channel. We will get there. This scumbag rival fan.
Oh, this, yeah.
See, we will get there. I
Let
think
them talk their talk.
Yeah, the exciting
It is
times.
just.
the
I think it's
exciting
just
time for Arsenal.
they are scared.
Yeah, I think the exciting time for Arsenal is coming back, and rivals
Yeah.
can smell it. They can smell it.
They can exactly my
They
point.
can smell it.
They can smell it, and
They can smell it that something is cooking.
you know, it's like I said, it's just banter. So let's take it. Let them talk their talk. Let us walk
Yeah.
our walk.
Exactly. Like, how can you? I was looking at that day when was it Gary Neville or somebody else was saying
For him, it's funny because I think we will leave it for another show because
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about United in general.
I think we should maybe tomorrow
Tomorrow
or Sunday we should.
I'm here. I'm here.
Well, I'm looking at logic. How can you say Liverpool signed McAllister? With all due respect, he's a decent player. He's not a world beater. He's not exceptionally good. Now, Szoboszlai, decent player, but they will rival Man City. But we that sign Rice, Kai, and Timber will struggle. Make it make sense.
Go somebody like him. For
Make it
me,
make sense.
I don't. But as a United player, and I'm not saying they were not playing good football or
No,
anything.
I'm saying it. They never play good football. They were defensive. They were defensive. Let's call it what it is. They were
Okay.
playing counter-attacking football.
Yes, very counter-attacking football.
That's what they played.
But if you watch the number of criminal decisions, not only against Arsenal, yeah, 206, we won. I think Adebayo scored. Yeah, Adebayo scored, but Gilberto missed a penalty. When that penalty was given, the commentator said they've gone through the records and they cannot find any penalty that has been given for Arsenal
Imagine.
at Old Trafford.
Remember the Martinelli goal?
206.
Remember the Martinelli goal that was cancelled this last season, and they came out and told us after a few months that the referee
Listen,
cancelled it.
I don't even want to talk about Man U. So it's like Man U fans, my friends, the cousins, friend that support Man U, they know my take. I said, your club. If it was in Italy, by now they've given you up already. You'd be like the Juventus because I have the suspicion
Something is going on.
something fishy during something fishy went on because I never understood the officiating.
Yeah, me
I
too.
never ever was
Me
able
too.
to get my head around it because the way they brag about their team, yes, Arsenal have not won the Champions League, yeah, but the way that Man U brag about their team, and you look at the number of times they won the Champions League, they should be walking the Champions League. The way they dominated, the way they dominated the league,
Yeah,
with awful officiating.
exactly.
They should be walking the Champions League if they were that good. That is my point. If they were that good, they
That's
should
great.
have
Yeah,
worked the Champions League. But they always got found out.
I found that in Europe.
In Europe, yes. You understand? For us, we know our fate in Europe already.
It will change
But
with
the way
Arteta. It will change.
but the way they were dominating the league every Sunday, penalties like
Then
free
the
gifts,
Fergie time. Remember the Fergie time?
Fergie time. I watched. I don't like Tottenham, yeah, but there was two games actually. One, it was it Mendes scored a long range goal. It hit the post, crossed the line. The
Line.
linesman said,
You didn't see it.
and you could even tell from the keepers. And then the one that shocked me was Tottenham was leading 2-0. Second half, they came 50-50, but the keeper got the ball. Yes. And usually the ball will go to this like cross, yeah, and
Yeah.
then the player falls. But this one, because the keeper got the ball went to the throw in instead of going for corner.
Yeah.
But the referee said it was a penalty. I think it was, if not Mike Riley, it was Webb or
Those are Manchester United. They are on Manchester United payroll. Those referees were on Manchester United.
I
payroll,
never. That
allegedly.
was when I understood that we are not only fighting Man United as a team.
Man United are principalities.
Yes,
Principalities.
we are actually fighting the whole country.
Oh God! So
Look at it. The number of times that, let me say this quick. The number of times you can see. I'm not saying clubs should just come in and just we win against them and then. But if you look, the number of times where clubs will come in and stop us from winning the league for Man United to win the league, it's unbelievable.
Exactly.
Even their real rivals like Leeds United. Anyway,
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, thank you for delivering quality on this channel. I really appreciate you. Shout out for the guys that came in, the ones that dropped their chats in the comment section. If you're watching on the playback, let us know what you think about all the topics we discussed in the comment section. You can disagree with us respectfully. There's no need to go vile or throw pejoratives. Let's be respectful. Let's keep the channel clean.
Positive
Subscribe.
only.
Exactly. Subscribe when you subscribe. Like the video so that we can push this channel in the algorithm. We appreciate that. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.